Okay, so these are the pieces of fabric that I'm wanting to piece together to make the side for my project bag, my scrappy project bag. So I'm going to measure these squares so I can cut some out of this fabric because I only had 4 of these. And I'm gonna need about 6 because I used 6 on this side. So let's go ahead and do that. Lay that aside. These are my other 2 sides. So I have this square, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure it. See how big it is. These are inches, yeah. So it's about 5 across and 5 down. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do with this fabric. Cut some squares. And I am going to do it on the back side so I can mark with my pen and it will not show up on the fabric. And then we'll go ahead and cut it. Got my scissors. Ow. That hurt. Okay. Actually, you know what I could do is just take this square. That would be easier. And just mark where to cut. And they are not going to be perfect. I'm not going to worry about perfection. I'm not going to worry about straight edges. I'm just going to, because you're going to sew it anyway. So these edges are not going to be showing ultimately when you've got your bag. It's not going to show. So I am not going to worry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. I think I need about 4 more squares, and then I'm going to pin them together and then I will sew them together. I am not a professional, remember that. Okay, so there's 1 square. And then what I can do is take that same square and lay it over the other piece and measure it again. Maybe I'll do it from this side. So how many squares have we got? Now we've got 4, and I think I needed 4 and 4, let's see. So this is 9. 4 and 4 is 8, so we only need 1 more square. And I should probably iron these first. So let's head over to the ironing board and iron these, and then we will pin them, okay? Okay, so I've got the ironing board set up. I've got my iron all steamed up, and we're going to do some ironing. I probably should have done this before I pieced them together. I honestly forgot. But you always want to do this. It's just easier to sew. You don't have fabric bunching up. And it makes your work nice and neat. Oh, that looks gorgeous. I love it. And I'm just using the steam setting on my iron. Okay, that's done. Go ahead and sew. This is one of the lining sides, or pieces. Okay, so these are the pieces I'm going to pin together for sewing, and two of these I'm going to use for the pocket on the inside, so I will set those aside. And I forgot the other side. These are the pieces I'm going to add. So I have to go get the other square. Hang on. So now it's just basically deciding where you want them, where you want the pieces. And I think this is what I'm going to do. Just piecing them together to see how they look. And I think I'm going to do it like this. So I think that will look cute. Yeah. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin the fabric together, right sides together like this, and I will sew them together. So let's get on with that. Cut my string here. So I've got a lot. Okay, so this is going to be one side. So this is how it looks. So what I need to do is sew these two together, and then I will do the bottom section. But you can already see where I made the mistake. See, I should have sewn these three pieces together first, then the three pieces along here together, and then sewed it in like an L shape. That's what I should have done, but I didn't do it. I know that now. So, okay, this is... Okay, so what I decided to do is to I just ripped out the seam for this whole side because I could not figure out how to get it straight, because this corner was like that and then I was trying to line them up and it wasn't working. So I just took my seam ripper, I ripped out the whole seam, and I'm gonna start over. That's what I'm gonna do, because I just couldn't see how I could fix it without, you know, maybe messing it up even more, and I really didn't want to do that. I mean, I don't want the bag to look silly, but it may look silly regardless. But I wanted to try to do my best. So I still have this. So I think I'm going to try to sew that little corner there. I thought about maybe ripping this seam out, but I think it'll be okay. And then I'm going to re-sew this side on. And I think instead of this side, I'm going to do this side. And then we'll see how it turns out. Oh, wow. So, okay. I'm going to sew this real quick. So that is much better. Can you see that? That seam is all closed up now. So I'm going to cut my string. Okay. So that seam is closed. Oh, it's this seam. So this is the corner seam. So now it is secure. Yeah. Okay. And instead of re-sewing on this side, I think I will re-sew on this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and you can see where the seam was because it's folded and there are holes. I'm going to do it on this side, and instead of doing it on this side, I think I'm going to do it on this side. Just so I'm not going, you know, it's going to make new holes in the fabric. We're not going to have. I don't know. I just think it'll be more secure that way. I don't know. And I'm going to try to line up the sides as best as I can. And I can already see it's not lining up. One side is longer than the other. So I'm going to just put it in the middle as much as I can. And then we'll go ahead and start pinning it. Remember, this is a scrappy bag. It's not... How many times can I say that? How many times can I say this is a scrappy bag? It's not perfect. Even though, I mean, I want it to look nice. Like I said, I don't want it to look like a mess. But it may. Okay, so there we go. We've got it pinned. So I'm going to sew along this edge, then we should have a block. Okay? Alright, here we go. I'm going to take this pin out because it's already in the way. Back stitch first, and then forward stitch. So I sewed along this edge. Oh wow, okay, that looks much better. That looks much better. Again, we're not straight here as you can see, but that is much better than it was, right? And I sewed to the end here, so that is secure. So we've got our side. Okay, so now I need to take this to the ironing board and press it, and then I need to make the pocket. So let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to pin around this pocket, but I'm going to leave bottom part open. I did watch a tutorial on how to do this. So I'm going to leave this much open. I'm just going to sew all the way around. You guys having fun? No? Alright, so this part I'm going to leave, and I did watch a tutorial on how to do this, so I'm going to leave this part open. I'm going to stitch all the way around, and then that way I can turn it inside out. And then I will attach it to the lining of the bag before I sew the sides together, okay? So let's go ahead and go back here so you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to back stitch first. And then we're going to lift the foot up, turn, and put the foot back down, and then go forward. Taking the pins out. We're doing okay. Stopping short because we're just turning the fabric. We're not We're not going all the way to the end, okay? Let me take the pins out. This is going to be a small pocket. It's not going to be a humongous pocket. And you can make a pocket any size you want, but I am not making this a large pocket. And now we're going to back stitch. Very good. And that's it. Woo! Raise the needle up. Pull it out. Cut your thread. Oop. Don't cut. Alright. Come over here. Okay, so I'm going to cut these strings off. This is so exciting, my first pocket. Okay, so you're going to use this little opening to turn the pocket inside out. Oh my goodness. I may have needed a bigger... Oh, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Just do it carefully. So you're not ripping out what you just did. And she even said to take this and into the pocket or into the material and push it out. Which is an excellent idea. Yeah, I think I should have made it a little bit bigger. So yeah, this is it. Let's see if I can get that. Okay, so I forgot a step. Just watching the video tutorial. She wants to trim the edges all around the outside of the pocket. So that's what I did. Then this is my opening. Then you turn it inside out. So I'm going to do that again. My pocket is so small. Oh yeah, that helps. That actually helps the corners. Yeah, I'm going to use my pen to press out the corners there. Yeah, that does work really well. She used a chopstick or a stick just to kind of press out your pocket. So this is my pocket, and I still have this opening here, so I'm going to take it to and iron it, and then we will sew the top closed. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, let's press this down. I turned my iron off because I thought I was done, and I wasn't done. So, oh well. I think it'll be okay. So there's my little pocket. So now I need to sew this little edge closed. Is that the edge? Where's my edge? It's somewhere. We'll go find it.